Alright, today we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the brand new Loomian Legacy Rainbow Dreggodyne Event. Before we get started, I just want to say a few things. So, yes, I know it has been a very long time since I've uploaded. It is pretty good to be back. And this is my first real video back. So, I want to start off really quickly. I'm going to be quick about this. I just want to shout out a viewer I ran into a while back, Matthew Geo Duck. Thank you, man. I appreciate you watching me. I just gotta shout him out. I shout out everyone that I meet in game that say hi. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the guide. Alright, so starting off here, you want to go to Rally Ranch to find the brand new NPC, which has a shop, of course. If you just go on over here, you'll see there's an NPC with a brand new Luminami read-up model that has a rainbow reskin. Alright, so taking a look at the shop, as you can see here, the first thing you'll notice probably is there is a Rainbow Kago that you can buy. You can only buy one. However, how it works is you can choose the ability and you can choose its personality. Just like the Lashent in the PvP shop. And then you can also buy a daily boost token for 20 Easter eggs. There's an Omnia disc that returns you can buy once for 200 Easter eggs. There is also a frame you can buy for 90 Easter eggs. I already bought it on my old account here. All the saddles have returned, the gummies have returned, these old eggs or these old discs have returned. And as you can see, you can buy a Rainbow Luminami for 50 Easter eggs, but you can buy a lot of them, and you could also choose its personality. However, you can't choose its ability. That one is random, similar to the Gingerbread Iridescent. Alright, so for the Dreggodyne raids, we are going to be using this team. Starting off, we want to use Goggles, Wobblisk. You can use Smart or Clever, I just don't have one of those. Now, for the ability, obviously we want to do Ignorant, don't do Hasty. We want to do Ignorant because it's going to have a lot of stat boosts. We don't want to deal with them. So, none of these moves really matter except for Luster Loot. The other moves are just there to make sure the Goggles works, because you can't use the Goggles without 4 moves, because of the specialization nerf from a year ago. Now for the TPs, I would go with 200 range attack, 200 range defense to hit the Dreggodyne as hard as possible, to be as tanky as possible. And then just, 4 energy, because you don't want to waste the extra 4 in health, because it's not going to do anything for you. And then the other 96 just goes into health to be bulkier. And the next thing we want to have here is Clutch Plushie Goberdemic. The nature doesn't really matter, I'm just doing very nimble IB as fast as possible. And then all these moves don't really matter except for Health Gift. You just want to have Health Gift to be able to aid Wobblisk if it gets too low from like a crit or a daze or something. And then TPs don't really matter, just make sure you're fast and you can live that one hit from Dreggodyne when switching in to be able to revive your Wobblisk. And then lastly, we got Cramboss with Cramburst. The nature doesn't really matter. We're doing Soulburst Cramboss as like a late game cleaner for the last 1 or 2 bars. And then the ability here doesn't matter because we're using our Soulburst ability. Now we're doing Ice Hammer as our main move. The other moves don't really matter. We just spam Ice Hammer to hit it super hard, and we're also going to use Ruthless Feast, so that we steal its stats when it's, almost dead. And then the TPs, we want to have maximum melee attack, maximum range defense, hit it as hard as possible, and live as many hits from it as possible. And then the same leftovers as the Wobblisk. Alright, so for the new background, it is a 10% chance to get as a drop from the normal Dreggodyne raid, and a 25% chance to drop from the Nightmare raid. Also, I managed to complete the event pretty much in 5 minutes when it released, when I managed to get the Gamma Rainbow Luminami. Pretty cool. And I also managed to get a lot of other stuff. And there it is. That is what you're looking for when you do the raids. Alright, so for some final mentions, there are gradient Kayagos that you can find while hunting eggs. They are 1 in 100, 1 in 1000 for a wisp gradient, and then 1 in 500 for a full rainbow with a wisp Kayago, and 1 in 1000 for a Fabergé rainbow, like it's a partial rainbow of a Fabergé Kayago. And also, all the old first reskins of the Dreggodyne event from 2023 have returned. So that means that the original ones now have the first edition badge. Pretty cool. You can also use code Rainbow Egg for 10 boost tokens and 100 eggs. And with that being said, that is everything you need to know for the 2026 Rainbow Dreggodyne event. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay tremendous, friends. Shout out to all my patrons. If you want to join the Patreon, link to it is down in the description. All tier benefits will be on the Patreon if you want to consider joining. Yeah, on to the Patreon shoutouts now. So thank you all that is a part of the Patreon.